Hello. I'm taking a break from the baking book this evening to experience some really good food at the Murphin Ridge Inn. We're back here in the kitchen where Chef Jack Rouse has been nice enough to invite us back here and see where he does his work. How many people do you think you feed a year?
You know, the best person to ask that would be Mr. McKinney, but on an average, I can safely say that Friday and Saturdays are always sold out, which is full capacity, from the average of 50 to 60 people. During the week, we're definitely seasonally run, so we're definitely more busy. The peak season being spring and autumn and summertime. So,
what's this dish that you're putting the finishing touches on here? Is that pie?
It's definitely kind of a special order thing. We had some vegans staying with us, and we have of course you guys are vegetarians, but another vegetarian that will be with us, and we kind of like to change it up if they're here for a couple days. So it's a really simple kind of homey Thai dish: coconut red curry, seared tofu, and little bok choy.
See, this is a nice break from all the baking items we've been posting on the website, and you'll accommodate people of all culinary persuasions.
That's correct. That's correct. Pretty much, even from raw food to any really dietary restraints. And that's another thing that's unique too. When you have an inn, a full-service inn, is you do get that, but it's not quite as traditional in other restaurants that can't really accommodate. This is a dish of like crispy skin, little local chicken.
Pretty that is.
And served with just a grilled lemon, and then this is just a caper and green olive brown butter. Pretty simple rustic Italian dish.
And there's an artistry to your job too, because the presentation has to be
absolutely
appealing.
Absolutely.
Is that in some ways more difficult than the cooking part, the presentation part, or are they equally important?
I think what's the most important is definitely it has to taste good. That is definitely the most important thing. But you do eat with your eyes as well. Hey, Patty. And it's a good mix of 50-50 if you can do it.
So is there a word for that the chefs use for appealing on the plate, making it visual? I don't know what I think. But it looks beautiful.
And we tried. Many years of fine dining under the old belt. So, and some even really higher echelon of fine dining too, which sometimes really focuses more on the presentation more than sometimes the quality of what we're doing here. I'm gonna actually do what you guys are gonna have right now too.
Rachel and I are having ravioli tonight, and Jack's getting that ready, and I can't wait to eat it. If it's as good as the soup was, it'll be wonderful. What kind of soup? It was
a carrot and tomato bisque. It has a bit of cardamom and curry in it, and also a bit of coconut in it as well.
Now we're talking about foods that really don't have an Amish angle to them. Are there any foods that you do throughout the year here that sort of have an Amish bent to them?
Absolutely. I think what we do, we'll play on what we can get locally. We'll also kind of play on, we use the Buderkost, the cheese from the Amish. Maybe do a stuffed chicken with a bit of the buttered cheese, and I'll use some of the Amish butter as well. And then sometimes, especially when they go to harvest, at the end of harvest during fall when they make ketchup, one of my favorite things actually. Yeah. We might serve that with we'll do like a little upscaler burger in the summertime when we use the Amish ketchup, and then they do our pickles and stuff for us. But I get to serve them a lot, so I've got to know them really well.
So you have Amish customers that come in here, and you
absolutely.
And how do they respond to some of the non-Amish dishes that you might serve?
Well, this is what's interesting. I'm very surprised how adventuresome that they have become. But I think what that has really belonged to was them, I think, getting to know me and what I do, and be able to be trustworthy and be able to, take a step out of the.
So if you say that Eli Miller, here, try the Thai coconut curry, he'll
Right, you'd be surprised.
responsive to that.
Right, and I think one of the main things was we had Tasmanian salmon on the menu in springtime that would cook to temperature. Right, you know, as an Amish guy getting the salmon medium rare, that's quite progressive, you know. So that was interesting as well.
So you can see here at the Murphin Ridge that you get a great balance of flavors and foods, from very traditional Amish flavors to ones that are totally out of that. But I think you get a great balance here. Well, we will leave you alone and let you get back to work, and we'll do the hard part, which is eating. It looked great. Thanks for having us back here.